there. In this video I'm going to talk a little bit about the connection between Hermeticism and vegetarianism, both in a historical context and from my own experience. If we look at the time when the Hermetic practitioners first gathered together, we can see that it was a common practice for spiritual groups to join together in a communal meal after their meetings. This was certainly part of the tradition of the Hermeticists of the day. And if we look at their documents, we can see that they often mention a bloodless feast at the end of their meetings. So that would be a meal that has been prepared without hurting any animal. Many people have speculated as to why the Hermeticists would make sure their feasts were vegetarian. Some believe that it's because they drew from such a diverse population, from many different cultures and many different traditions, that they needed to make sure they served a meal that wouldn't offend anyone. Others have speculated that it could be because they didn't want people to think that their tradition involved the sacrifice of animals, as other spiritual groups at the time would kill an animal and then eat it afterwards. The Hermeticists themselves never really state why their meals are vegetarian, but we can find out the reasons by looking to those who weren't members of the group but wrote about them at the time. There's actually a very interesting and revealing fragment of writing on this very subject, which states quite clearly that those that follow the way of Hermes do not eat meat because they believe in metempsychosis. That would be reincarnation. Reincarnation is most certainly one of the beliefs that the Hermeticists did hold, as you can see it mentioned in different places in a variety of their writings. The idea that the soul could reincarnate not just into different humans but into different animals was something which was probably drawn from the Pythagorean or Eleatic traditions. And from this document we can see that it was adopted by the Hermeticists in their belief system. In my own experience, I found there to be another reason which may well have contributed towards the vegetarian inclinations within Hermeticism at the time. During my own progress, I found that as my meditation practice improved, as my awareness raised, and as I increasingly found a state of awareness that went beyond my own, changes came across me in day-to-day life. And one of the most marked changes was I felt a strong disinclination towards eating meat. The more I paid attention to this, the more I found my meditation practice benefited. It was as if avoiding meat helped me raise my consciousness, and raising my consciousness encouraged me to avoid eating meat. For the Hermeticists, who were a group focused on developing a higher awareness, as they put it, a godlike consciousness developed through divine awareness, this may well have been one of the practices they found benefited them. Whether they learnt it from the Indian yogi who used to visit Alexandria, whether they were inspired by the Pythagoreans, I don't know. But I suspect they found it worked for them and thus adopted it. Now I want to make absolutely clear here that although I am vegetarian and have been moved to this practice from my Hermetic path, this is not needed to achieve the heights of adepthood. There are practitioners far superior to myself who do eat meat and have never been drawn to this practice or adopted it. However, it is my sincere belief that this practice is beneficial and helps you move in the right direction. My name is Martin Faulks, and I hope that's helped everyone who's interested in the connection between Hermeticism and vegetarianism. Until next time, let's let every word, thought and action count.